Midnight trigger. Low hits thrum like a hidden blade. Bassline moving in a tight cascade. Leads pulse quick in a strobing chain, pulling every heartbeat through the frame. Shadows flicker close around the sound, waiting for the drop to shake the ground. Midnight trigger, firing through the dark, hitting every rhythm with a burning mark. Running on a beat that cuts too fast, dragging every second till it's past. Midnight trigger, locked into the heat, breaking all the tension in the beat. Hit, loaded higher, spark the wire. Loaded higher, spark the wire. Higher, 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 higher. Snare snaps hard like a racing spark. Patterns fall tight in the glowing dark. Voices shift in a glitching haze, setting every element ablaze. Shadows flicker close around the sound, waiting for the drop to shake the ground. Midnight trigger, spark the wire. Loaded higher, spark the wire. Hit higher, 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 higher. Midnight trigger.
Run it higher. Run it higher. Run it higher.
Hi-hats twist in a fractured glide. Patterns bend deep like a turning tide. Voices flare in a filtered slice, locked into the tempo's icy vice. Voltage rising fast beneath
run it higher. Drive it harder.
Snare snaps tight with a metal glare. Patterns twist deep in the heated air. Voices crack through in a ghosted call, filling every corner of the hall. Tension bends the signal till it screams, waiting as the floor splits at the seams. Limiter break guy. Limiter break guy. Limiter break. Limiter break. Limit up. Break up. Limit up. Break. Unfold again. Rhythm surge deep in the racing flow. Bassline spins tight in the neon glow. Let's send spirals in a rapid turn, pulling every second till the circuits burn. Static pressure rides beneath the tone, waiting for the drop to take the throne. Hyperdrift, sliding through the beat, ripping up the floor with reactive heat. Running on a pulse that bends the night, driving every motion into light. Hyperdrift, caught inside the spin, breaking all the chaos from within. Slide, push it higher, push it higher, push it higher, push it higher, push it higher.
Waiting for the drop to take the throne. Hyperdrift.
Non-signals trace across the floor. Bass slams heavy through the open door. Leads flick sparks in a narrow ring, pulling every movement to the spring. Lines of static pulsing coded flow, counting down the seconds till it blows. Shadow circuit, twisted in the dark, lighting up the edges with the flashing mark. Spinning through the noise with a razor tone, hunting for the beat like it's my own. Shadow circuit wired through the night, running every rhythm into life. Shadow circuit. Feel it tighter. Shadows. Voltage brighten. Shadows. Voltage brighten. Drums roll sharp in a double stride. Pattern shift deep like a breaking tide. Voices sweep in a grainy flare, pulling distant echoes through the air. Lines of static pulsing coded flow, counting down the seconds till it blows. Charge, Jan. Shadow. Shadows.
push it harder. Break, break, split the armor. Like a tether snap, patterns fold tight in a feedback trap. Voices glitch through the crystal haze, shifting every motion in the maze. Broken signals rise in a coded frame. Counting down the seconds to the voltage breaker. coils up in a narrow thread, waiting for the hit to break the spread. A razor pulse tearing through the light, driving every echo into flight, running on a beat that splits the air, carving out a rhythm sharp and rare. Razor pulse burning through the core, leaving every limit on the floor.
Slash, slash, turn it higher. Cut, cut, feed the fire.
Roll in a slice and pace, patterns twist hard in the shifting space, voices crackle in a fractured call, holding every second in a thrall. Tension coils up in a narrow thread, waiting for the hit to break the spread. A razor pulse, 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 pulse.
Ignite again. Cut, ignite again.